You can't really have a grass channel or anything like that and let your sod or grass die. It's pretty sad, right? Welcome back to the Secret Garden YouTube channel where we do gardening videos and grass videos. I very much appreciate you joining me today. You might notice that I am currently wearing, well, you haven't noticed yet, but you will notice I'm currently wearing a different shirt than the rest of the video. I went to edit it and I realized my mic messed up for the beginning montage. So apologies for that. But we are doing a quick update video today on my sod. I put out a video a couple weeks ago where I might have kind of killed some of my sod, very disappointing. And so today we're doing a quick update on how it is doing now, how I was able to save it and recover it. So let's go ahead and start the video in the front yard looking at the sod there, and then we'll come back here to the backyard to show you how the sod is doing. So here is where the sod is in the front yard, and it's actually kind of nice. It's actually hard to tell where the sod was and my old grass is. The demarc line is supposed to be like right here and then back down here, and all of this is new sod as well. You can tell a little bit there, and then my old grass here. But you cannot really tell. The sod has recovered so well. It looks basically the same as my old grass. It's honestly amazing. It's shocking. I've got some dead spots and some holes, small little spots here and there, and you closer you see it's not perfect, but really from the distance you can't tell it looks so good. And besides a few little spots here, which honestly will probably fill in this year when all the runners start going across, really this sod is recovered really nicely. Okay, so here's a sod in the back, and if you can tell, it looks so much better than it did before. It is all nice, really dark green around here. This is all new sod except for a little bit over here. So it really has recovered so nicely from when I, well, tried to kill it. And so you look over here, all of this sod is doing really well in here between the garden beds, doing really well. You can't actually tell that it was ever distressed at all. It really does look incredible. Now there are some spots over here that aren't perfect. You can see little spots in here have some damage here that shouldn't be there, but I can't get it back perfect, of course, right away. We do have a little spot here that's a little bit lime green, a little bit yellowing, not perfect, but if you remember from the other video, it was a lot worse, and it's actually getting considerably better. You see some dark spots here. I actually put some compost down to help that out, and it definitely helped out a lot. Some more bare spots a little bit. That piece of sod has some death around it where it didn't come back, but it's still going to spread through, and the runners are going to fix that pretty quickly. This is actually where I pulled out a mulberry tree that was killed from the freeze, so that's a little bit different. And then over here, where we had the thumbnail actually for the video on how I killed my sod, you can see completely different. Now, I did pull out some of the ones that was completely dead and just left the runners on top that were alive, so it doesn't look as brown because of that, but it still looks so much better. So in case you didn't see my first video, the issue that I had was basically because of life, I got busy and didn't have a chance to water my sod as well as I could have. If you are having issues with your fresh sod, whether it be St. Augustine or whatever it is, St. Augustine is just a little bit more finicky than other grasses. You really want to make sure your sod stays nice and wet for at least 2 weeks. If it doesn't rain, you want to be watering your sod every day for at least 2 weeks to make sure it takes in its roots. You want the dirt in the ground underneath the sod to stay nice and soft so those roots can actually take a hold and go into that grass. You don't want the sod itself to dry out where those roots can't go down into the native soil. Now, one thing you can do, you can always, if you have your sod, you can always stick your finger in the grass, and if it feels soft, then you know you're good. You don't have to water, but you want to make sure you keep it nice and soft. So what I did here to help my grass stay alive was I soaked it like crazy. I think the day that I put that video out, though, that I made that video, I watered it absolutely. I think I was out here probably for an hour. I soaked it a lot and made sure it was as wet as possible. I came out here every day since then. And if it has not rained, I have watered this specifically, watered in the morning. Even when I had to go to work at 5:30, 6 o'clock, I was actually up before then watering it by hand out in the dark using my phone as a flashlight because you don't want to water your grass at nighttime, always during the day. In some of these spots, the sprinkler doesn't get it very well, and I want to make sure it really took. So you can't really have a grass channel or anything like that and let your sod or grass die. It's pretty sad, right? So, so watering really is the main issue with comes to sod. You shouldn't have a bunch of diseases and other issues, regardless of really what your sod looks like. If it's dying, if it's not happy, it is because it is not being watered properly. So soak it like crazy, and it will come back to life and it will be happy. One other thing as well, you probably want to not do too many additives on your sod when it's fresh. Wait a little bit of time, let it get rooted before you start trying to use any type of weed killer or anything like that that could affect it because it's fragile when it's a baby. We can say that. Okay, guys, that's it. Just wanted to show a quick update to show how everything was going. I very much appreciate you joining me on this video. If you haven't yet, please smash that like button. Make me feel better about my, well, I guess now not so dead grass. So maybe I already feel better. You should still smash that like button. Yeah, I don't have a good reason for it, but it's just nice. I appreciate it. Okay, and also subscribe. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a great day.